Welcome in, guys, to our preview every single NFL team for the 2023 upcoming season. We are in the AFC South with the Indianapolis Colts, and you look at the 2022 season, it was a really, oh my god, it was a really bad, tough year. You had Matt Ryan come in from the Atlanta Falcons, and, for many years, the Colts have really haven't found that quarterback. It's always been an older quarterback or really trying to really fill holes in. Especially with the quarterback position, going for again now. Matt Ryan, a declining Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan end of his career, was not really a good thing, and ultimately it cost Frank Reich his job in Indiana, and November 7th, he was fired by the Colts front office. Chris Bullard again. I don't know what the hell he has on this organization, but he still is a GM. Somehow, some way, he still is a GM. And he got replaced by Jeff Saturday for the remainder of the season. So, they finished the AFC South in third. They had 4 wins all season, 12 losses and 1 tie. Jonathan Taylor was the breakout star of that season. You can really tell that he had a really breakout year. For the Colts, he was the shining light. You go on to 2023, and the new head coach is Shane Statham from the Philadelphia Eagles. He was part of he was a quarterback coach, and then he was a offensive coordinator in Philadelphia. Got them to a Super Bowl last year. And now he's going his first NFL head coaching job, and the job is going to be is can he get the best out of Anthony Richardson? Again, going into this draft, they needed a quarterback. Absolutely needed a quarterback. You could have people saying, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, but they went for Anthony Richardson, which I think was a good out of really the top two. Out of people saying, C.J. Stroud gets Bryce Young. Bryce Young, in my opinion, is too short, and I call him a fan of him, but I'm not really saying, he's great. I look at Anthony Richardson, though, who they drafted in the first round, as a steal. I think this guy has, again, he's got a really good arm. He can throw to 80 yards. Again, he's got a really good arm. I scouted him a couple months ago now before the draft. I really wanted him in Detroit. I really wanted him for the Lions. I'm pissed that we didn't get him for the Lions. I would have had him for the Lions. Because he's a guy that you could see that could transform a franchise if he has the right people around him, like the right weapons, the trenches, and if you have everything mixed in, this guy could go places. And if he's with the right head coach in the right system, he's good. So anyway, they got Anthony Richardson as a quarterback from the Florida Gators. Then second round, they get Julius Brents, a cornerback from Kansas State. He looks like a good prospect. I am thinking that he's probably going to be he has to be a starter, I think, in my opinion, for this Colts defense. And Julian Brents, he's 22, 23. He's a good age, good profile of an age as well. I like that. And the weapon in the third round, weapon for Anthony Richardson, was Josh Downs from North Carolina. He's 23, 24 as well. He's a good weapon for Anthony Richardson. I could see him starting at the day one as a wide receiver to help Anthony Richardson with the weapons and stuff like that. Then we go to the later rounds, then we go to Blake Freeland from BYU, offensive tackle. He's gonna. I could see. I don't know. I haven't seen any of him, so he could be a starter. I don't know if he's going to be a starter. I haven't seen any tape of him, but who knows about that. If you guys have seen any tape of him, let me know. Any of Blake Freeland. Yeah, Blake Freeland. Because I really want to know if he's good or not. And if you guys have got any tips, try to look for some tape. Put some in the comments so I can actually watch them. That'd be appreciated, guys. Then defensive tackle, they got Adebawore. Defensive tackle from Adebawore from Northwestern. He was a good prospect as well. I'm pretty impressed with him on his tape. Then another cornerback from South Carolina this time, Darius Rush, cornerback. So you can probably see that you're gonna have Julius Brent and your Darius Rush. They're gonna be your two future cornerbacks in this team, which is good. Then Daniel Scott, safety slash defensive back. He's a good addition as well. He looked pretty good on tape again. Most of these guys who come from the college game, they're not the full article yet, obviously, but with the right coaching, the right system, the again Daniel Scott is a good acquisition from California. Then a couple more picks here. We got Will McElroy, tight end from Miami. We have Jake Witt. He's an offensive tackle from northern Michigan. We got Jaylon. Jaylon Jones, cornerback from Texas A&M. He looks like a good prospect. I could see, again, you've got three good cornerbacks here. Darius Rush, Julius Brand, and you got Julian Jones, Julian Jones from Texas A&M, and then a couple more defensive players like Titus Leo, Evan Hull, running back. He's going to help with the weapons around Anthony Richardson. So again, you've got a pretty good balance here. Free agency, they got Gardner Minshew. He's a former 5th round pick for the Jags back in 2019, so he's coming in to help Anthony Richardson at the quarterback position. McKenzie from the Giants, Tony Brown, Ashton Dublin, Samson, B Week, at safety, and then you got so you got some good acquisitions here as well. But the big concern, I think, really for this team is that Jonathan Taylor, who was great for them last year, wanted a trade, couldn't get his trade, so it looks like he's going to have to miss 4 games of the year because he wanted out of Indiana. And that's going to be a big loss for them. Like, losing Jonathan Taylor for 4 games, huge loss. It is a huge loss for them. But what I think they're going to finish with a young head coach, a young quarterback, a fresh team overall, a fresh roster. Really hard to think. I'm gonna say again, third in their division. I really think third in the division. It depends on what happens in Tennessee with Will Levis and shit like that, and how he performs as a quarterback. But I really think it's going to be a really interesting. You look at the Texans, you look at the Jags, you look at the Titans, and now you look at the Colts. It's going to be a really interesting division of what happens in this division. It's going to be really interesting. You've got like 3 of the young quarterbacks, Levis, Richardson, and you have Bryce Young. It is a very interesting thing in this division. So leave your guys' thoughts in the comments. Peace.